Thanks to the support as a channel member, Curtis Rothwell. Well, for the second episode in a row, we are top of the league. It didn't go so well last time, so fingers crossed we actually play like we're top of the league this time. Hello and welcome to part 128 of Born in the USA. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have two games for you in the championship. We're away against Cincinnati and at home against Oklahoma City. And I'm slouching in my chair. This will never do. No room for slouches here. Since you were last with me, have we been unbeaten? No, we haven't, because we lost against Madison. But other than that, we've been in pretty good form, certainly good enough form to get us back to the top of the league. This is what the league table looks like. 16 games played, 32 points on the board, and we are 4 points clear of Kansas City, who are the team down in third place. Cincinnati, who we play today, are 22nd in the league. This should be a victory. Let's go and make sure it is a victory, because I don't like this whole losing nonsense and falling off the top of the league. So we're going with Rosales in goal, a back four of Nix, Hines, Corby and Akers, Facelli and Wilkinson in midfield, Pardo and Pescatori out wide. And then we're going with Malibran in the false nine role today because of an injury to Jonathan Davies. And Pearson is back in up front, trying to get him back in the goals again. I mean, I say get him back in. He's got 7 goals. He probably is our top scorer. In fact, no, Davies has got 9. But Pearson, second top scorer on 7 goals. Those two starting to form a little bit of a partnership again, which is very much nice to see. Right, let's... tell him that we're going to do lots of good football and stuff. I think this is the first time I've started Malibran up front. But since Facelli has arrived, and we've got a lot of good midfielders. We've got Joe Allen, obviously, knocking around the place as well. We've got the couple of young Mexicans who we brought in on loan that haven't really featured at all. So we've gone from, in the transfer window, being worried that we didn't really have anyone in central midfield outside of Allen. We now have probably too many. We've got about 6 or 7 central midfielders who could all play a role for us, and I think we probably need to send a couple of the loanees back once we get into January, just to make sure that we don't end up with some grumpy teenage Mexicans on our hands who are very much expecting to be playing football by now. What is going on? It's like this team is afraid of the camera. We've played so well in between the 2 episodes, but we were really poor in the last episode, and now we're behind against a team in the relegation zone. We are top of the league. May I remind you, this is not really what I was expecting to show you today, but fingers crossed we've got enough time left in the match to force our way back into it. But it is Cincinnati who are on the attack again, and if they score again, it's just ridiculous. Rosales, I think, had that covered. It looks like it's gone slightly over for a second there. I thought he'd made the save and pushed it behind for the corner, but I don't think he has. I think it's just gone a little bit high, and oh my word, what is happening? How is it happening? It looks like this one's being disallowed, actually. Our players crowding around the referee. I don't know who that guy was, running on from the side of the pitch. The linesman, maybe? Are the linesman and the referee wearing different coloured kits? The referee's in like a grey kit, and wherever the linesman is, there's a guy in a black kit who runs on the pitch. Was it the goalkeeper? Was it Rosales doing a weird loop around and coming in from the side? Not really sure who that was. But still being 1-0 down, not acceptable. I am keeping my eyes out for this linesman now, though. I need to see if he's wearing the same colour kit as the referee. Otherwise, it gives us a way to void this match off. I'm not sure who we write to. Write to my local MP. Write to the President of the United States of America and void this match off, because the referee and the assistant referee clearly haven't coordinated pre-match. And frankly, that disgusts me. Right, we're going to bring Contreras on to play on the left wing. We did bring him in to play right back, but he's probably played just as many times in attacking midfield as he has in the right back position. We're going to get Allen on to play as the box-to-box midfielder as well. It means moving Facelli back over. Neither of them particularly suited to playing as the playmaker, but I just want to get Allen in because he is a goal threat, which we haven't really had from either of those midfielders who've been in there from the start today. Who have we got on the bench as another striker that we can maybe bring on? Tobin and Hatuka, neither of them known for their goal-scoring exploits, and I think we have given away a penalty here. This is absurd. The referee, this is the opportunity to check out the linesman. The linesman is wearing the same kit as the referee, so the mystery of whoever that was in the black kit running in from the side during that disallowed goal continues. It must have been Rosales, but how he got out wide to be able to run in and argue, unless he was out there arguing with the linesman and then decided to come and argue with the referee. It was a very strange way to go about things, but the penalty's not been given. That's the important thing. We've been given a couple of lifelines in this game. Pissatori's having a terrible game, so he is going to come off now, and we're going to bring on Tobin for him. And come on, boys, there's got to be a goal in us here. We've already demanded more. It's a corner now to Cincinnati, and they have looked the most likely to win the game, which is why they're ahead. We've just played really, really poor. We got nothing. We're going to go attack him. We'll encourage this. I'm really disappointed with this really, really awful display. But we have lost on camera again against a team who are in the relegation zone. What is going on? If in doubt, change the defence. Mitchell and Saldana coming in to play at centre-back for this game. We're also bringing one of those Mexican youngsters in that I was talking about before, Gustavo Mendoza, who's not played a game for us previously. He's going to come in and play in midfield as Malibran continues up front. We're bringing Tobin in on the right-hand side because Pissatori was trash in that last game. Wilkinson, captain for the day. I mean, that doesn't seem like a bad idea. It's fine. Right, let's hit all of that stuff, get into the game, and fingers crossed we'll have a slightly better result today, please, and we can end the episode top of the league. Because if this is going to become a thing where we start the episode top of the league but end it not top of the league, that's going to fill me with great sadness going forward. I haven't even looked where Oklahoma are in the league. Oklahoma are 9th. So theoretically should be sterner opposition than Cincinnati were in the last game. Although, of course, this is a home game. So maybe that makes a difference. I'm not so sure that it does, but fingers crossed we can conjure something up. I am a little bit alarmed at how toothless we seem attacking wise without Jonathan Davies in the side. I know he's been a key player for a number of years now, but I didn't realise we were completely relying on him for any and all attacking spark. But that seems to be what's happening at the moment. New Mexico are absolutely smashing Orange County at the moment. They're not even that far above them in the league, but 5-0 up in the first half is utterly ridiculous. You know what else is ridiculous? We're a match and a half into this episode and we've not scored a goal yet. Yet we're supposedly, and I am using air quotes, top of the league. Because it's ridiculous that we can be top of the league playing as poorly as we are. I don't understand what's going on. I mean, I know we've got a key player missing, but you wouldn't expect it to have, I don't know, would you expect it to have this much of an impact? I'm not so sure that I do. But it is Oklahoma with the ball. The reinforcements have just arrived in the shape of a tooting school bus. So fingers crossed, that should be all we need. I mean, if we score here, the school bus is now, I mean, this is what we need. They need to be outside honking the horn constantly because they've immediately led to a goal. The players have been inspired by the presence of a bus. And look at that, Tobin does really well to intercept. This is a great through ball as well. There's a huge gap in the middle of the Oklahoma defence and Malibran is there to expose the gap and put us 1-0 up. Finally, we've scored a goal in this episode. What a wonderful thing. But immediately Oklahoma are coming on the attack again, so we need to make sure that we don't let them straight back into the game. Wilkinson in there. See, Captain Wilkinson in there with a tackle today. And now Malibran looks like he's livened up a little bit, having got his goal, plays it into Pearson. Pearson is in. And, I mean, I would expect Josh Pearson to do a little bit better with that. He's been a 30-goal striker for us for a number of seasons now. You expect him to score chances like that. Malibran with the corner, but nothing really comes from it, and it ends up back with Rosales for another goal kick. It's an interesting one, but Contreras does bring the ball down and play it in nicely to Pearson, who's in again, and this time he does score. That one was harder to score than the previous one, but it doesn't matter. We're 2-0 up, and this is a little bit more like it. This should lead to us, it will lead to us being top of the table come the end of the episode, and we are getting a little bit closer towards that halfway point of the season. We're about a third of the way through, and looking good at the moment for promotion to the promised land, to the Premier League. After all this time, what a story! What a conclusion to this long tale that will be making it into the Premier League. Right, we are gonna make a couple of changes. We're actually gonna put Pearson out onto the left wing again. No, we're not. We're gonna undo both of those. Undo. We're gonna bring Pissatori on. He can play on that left-hand side, just make him an inverted winger over there. Maybe he'll have a little bit more joy over there than he did in on the right-hand side in the last game. We'll bring on Facelli as well. Swap those two over. And that seems to work for me for now. Suggestion of bringing Akers on, Barron on for Akers just seems like a terrible idea. I can't imagine big Frank Baron playing as a right back. So I don't need to imagine it because we're never going to see it unless Akers gets injured like immediately. Pesatore now trying to force his way back into the team from this left-hand side. And that is a beautiful cross. And that is a lovely goal. And the two wingers combining, Tobin coming in off the right-hand side. That was like a Bourne goal of old. That was Hu Yan crossing to whatever the name of that fella who used to be on the left was, whose name escapes me. But we've scored this exact goal so many times over the years. And it's lovely to see it again. I like it. Right, have we got anyone who can come on for Akers? We'll just make that change. The Tuca can come on for Tobin. Tobin's tired. Akers, we've got other players in the squad. If he picks up a knock or gets too tired, we can just bring someone else in for the next game. Our defenders are interchangeable, as we've shown in this match. Pearson's in again, and it's all of a sudden looking very easy. What a difference that school bus made. My word, we were struggling. I didn't know where a goal was coming from. Or, I mean, you might not have even have heard the toot. If you didn't, I assure you there was a beep, beep. It sounded like Roadrunner. And we went up a gear at that point. 4-0. Lovely. That league table. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. We are top of the league. We are looking good for promotion to the Premier League. That'll do, boys and girls. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.